Record ons al. Dan vergeet ons.
Nee.
Kyk om te record. Okay, it says 20:31, so I suppose we have to start. Welcome to everybody tonight. After a bit of a discussion with our leaders, we have decided we want to go with the 4 weeks, just a basic training again. That they basically decided to do around the meetings in Cape Town, and is very much, just giving the new people the basics of getting their business going and getting started again. And so I'm going to go through a couple of slides, and as I go along, I'm going to ask our experienced members some ideas of how they approach people. And especially when they have a button response and maybe 1 or 2 lines that they use around talking to people, because the basics here is use their talk. It's about the way that we all started the business many months ago, and I think that is the key thing that we got as we started, and I think the key thing that Mark Hughes felt that made the business very simple and fun and easy to duplicate. So I'm going to get right into just a couple of the basics, and then as I go along, I'm going to ask, as I said, a couple of people to just give their input on how they speak to people and how they handle when people say have a certain response. So the big thing about a button response, I remember the earlier video when Mark Hughes was turning around with his big button and people were saying, what is this about? And I remember my first initial response was, I'm never going to put this piece of plastic on my clothes. And very soon afterwards, I realized if I don't put the button on my clothes, I'm actually not opening my store. Because with me starting the business as a hairdresser, having a different person in my chair every half an hour, I could either just have the button on and respond to the people that ask me, or I could have to talk to every person. So, and especially, I think for me, the big thing is and people know the button by now. They know it's a Herbalife button. And of all the buttons, the Lose Weight Now ask me how button still works the best. You get the most response from it. And so the big thing is, why do you want to wear your button? And I think for a lot of new members, the first time they put on their button, they either almost want to ignore it. And when somebody does ask you, you almost like, oh my goodness, you forget that you have it on. I think the one thing you need to do when you are putting your button on is to know that you're opening yourself up for business. You're opening yourself up for people to ask you questions. And it is probably one of the easiest things to do, but also one of the most difficult things to do. Because we sometimes are scared when a person asks you. But for me, your attitude's got to be right when you put the button on. You have to be open for people to speak to you. I'm just going to mute everybody, and you can just unmute if you've got a bit of background noise. So is to just really be open for business. But when you're in a bad mood or you're not dressed, please don't put the button on, So put it on when you're feeling like a professional, that you're dressed up. And sometimes, like for some people, that a lot of people are part-time, make sure that you have it in your car or somewhere where when you have a minute, you do put it back on, or have a jacket that's got it on. When you walk out of your business, you can put it back on. So when we don't wear the button, we make a decision not to grow our business. If you cannot wear a button, you can always wear branded clothing. You can put it on your handbag. There is so many ways that you can actually, because this is all about branding your business. So when we're saying use we talk, we are saying use the products so that you have the confidence on the products. Number two, when we're talking about wearing, it doesn't necessarily have to be a button. It could be wearing anything that is branded, that's showing other people that you are part of the Herbalife business. But to come back, the button is for free in the business pack, and it's up to you to either decide to use it or not use it. And a lot of people take a long time to get organized, to get flyers done, to have business cards done, and all these fancy stuff. You know, one of the easiest things you can do is just stick that button on a shirt and go out there. And when somebody looks at you, when somebody, so when we talk about a button response, it doesn't mean that they necessarily are saying how. The minute that they're looking at it, they are opening the door for you to speak to them. So it's up to you to then have the courage to say, I see you looking at my button. Do you want to know more what this is about? Keeping it fun and simple. And the big thing that this button also means, it's easy to duplicate. Anybody can do it. Everybody has got a button. And if you choose not to do the use right now, you can do the happier, healthier. You can wear any button, but be open for discussion when you do put that button on your face. Okay, so let's go on to some responses. So when you're wearing the button, it's important for you to be open more than just having the button on, but be open for business. Be out there smiling, be friendly, to make eye contact with people, to not be on your phone all the time. And as we say, be open for business. So you know how it is nowadays. A lot of us are busy with messaging, and business are actually everywhere. It's all around you. So when you are putting your button on, where you're around picking up your kids from school, you're going to the bank, you are standing in the queue in the shopping mall, really be open when you have that person looking at you. And if you're going to be on your phone, you're going to miss those opportunities. So now you have somebody that's looking at your button and they're saying, how? Again, are you ready to ask them the questions that's needed? And the first thing is, are you serious or are you just curious? Do you want to just just want to test me, or just want to strike a conversation, or are you actually serious to know about it? And remember, people change and circumstances change. So be always very polite and very nice to people. When they are just curious, it's fine. So a lot of times people will say, no, I'm just curious, but they are serious. So when they give you the answer, are you serious about losing weight? Are you serious about earning an income? Whether you're wearing the work from home, or are you earn what you're worth? And again, we've got to start wearing those buttons around the business again, and really start chasing more for a team. So the big question is, are you serious? One of the ones that I found that get a lot of response is, I love my job. Ask me why. And people just like, nobody loves their job when you're out there in the marketplace. So again, that's one that really grabs a lot of questions from people. So again, as you go, are you serious? What is your next line? Are you serious about losing weight? And are you serious about your health? Guys, it doesn't just have to be about losing weight. Sometimes it might be about gaining weight. It depends on who's the person in front of you. When somebody tells you that they're just curious, I would really follow up again and say, okay, are you just, do you know about Herbalife? Have you used the products before? And what do you know about it? We want to do one thing with people that are just curious. Sometimes people are a little bit negative. You say, what experience have you had? Who did you work with? And, if ever you are interested and maybe you're not ready now, please keep my number. Have a business card ready, but always take their number as well. Again, when a person's not really serious, then you don't want to be starting to send them a whole lot of information when they're not ready. So again, you are saying to them, when you're ready, remember, I'm just one phone call away, one WhatsApp away, and I'd love to help you. To make them feel good about you, good about themselves, and good about Herbalife as a company. So now the person says they are serious. Okay. Again, now you say, how much weight would you like to lose? Or how much money would you like to make? What have you tried in the past? And what didn't it work for you? And again, in this information, and to me, I don't like to get into too long of a discussion right there. I would rather want to, make an appointment with somebody and really sit them down. If they're serious, I would try to get away from a conversation as soon as possible and get the details. They give them my details and then set up an appointment. So again, what can I help you with that without having you to, now you've got some objections. If they say to you, no, I did whatever I did. We've still got some background noise. Let me just try to see again. I'm going to mute all. Yes. Okay. And we are speaking now. Will you please unmute yourself? One of the things that I find when some people, and you might even find people say, listen, I did the weightless diet. I hated the weighing the food, having to measure everything. It was just like I was busy with food all day long. I just cannot do that. And this is again, now whatever the problem was, oh, well, Herbalife's amazing. It's the best fast food you can get. And I can really help you to make it fun, simple, magical. Do you want to lose weight, or do you just want to be healthier and bring that healthy focus in? So I'm going to ask a couple of people, Magda, when you are doing a button response with people and they're saying to you, I have tried Herbalife before, what is your response when you have somebody that's actually tried the product before, and what do you say to them?
Hi, everybody. Yes, I do ask him, why did it work for you? And the second question, with what did you mix it? Because lots of people still mix it in milk, although, the coach tells them to do otherwise. Mm-hmm. And what was your result? Or did you have energy? Because some people forget it's not just the weight, but sometimes how you feel in your energy. Mm-hmm. So I just tried to get how did they feel on the products? And why did they get started? So I just try to what they resist on just to change it and why didn't it work for me, But as I say, I love the 6-day trial button because it's more about the health. And that's why my question is always more directed into that and that route, if I can put it that way.
Okay, so now you've got the 6-day trial button on and they say to you what is your initial response?
Well, yeah, I try to first just break the ice and smile and say, so what did you have for breakfast and how did that make you feel? I did that now twice last week. And I got 2 assessments for that and said, okay, I need to tell you, what would you like to know? Because the main thing is, what did you have for breakfast? Nothing. Do you normally skip meals? Yes, I do. And if you have breakfast, what do you have? And then I offer to them, I've got a healthy breakfast solution for you. Would you be interested? But you can make a 10-minute appointment and I can tell you more.
Okay, great. So then you give them your number and you take theirs, or do you set the appointment immediately?
I always got my diary with me, so I try to book it, but sometimes they haven't got their diaries or phones with them, so I'll take their number always, and then I will WhatsApp or phone them within the hour just to confirm that appointment or to make an appointment.
Okay, and so when you've done the wellness assessment, how do you find from just having that contact from the button? What is your ratio with people actually going on the topic?
Well, from the 2 I had last week, I'm just going to speak about last week that I had 2 buttonees, both is on the 3-day trial currently. So
on the 3-day trial. So although you're wearing a 6-day trial button, they go on a 3-day trial because they need to lose it.
When you start talking to them, then they decide themselves. They want to go through a 3-day because they want that instant result, So okay. Yeah, both are in the 3-day trial now.
Okay. So although, and this is the one thing that I think we all can learn from this, is it doesn't matter what button you are wearing, in the response, you still can guide the person to often what you actually want them to do, because at the end of the day, you've got to find out their need. And this is where the wellness evaluation brings in that they see their own need and you can see their need. And then you can actually get them to go, because you want to see, they want actually are interested in weight loss, so they need to do the 3-day, and then from there it's normally quite easy to upgrade them to shake and tea. Or what do you normally upgrade them to?
I normally upgrade to the shake and tea, and then the second order I will upgrade them to a PDM shake and tea.
Also, okay, fantastic. Bye, Donkey. And anybody else that's working with the button quite a bit that wants to help me here with a testimonial? Karina, werk jy met die button? Karina, you guys are doing fit stats, I know.
Excuse, ek wil net myself unmute. Weet jy, ek werk partykeer met hom, dis my bietjie moeilik omdat ek, I'm sorry, I was speaking English. It's difficult because I don't wear it when I do my professional work. But when I go out, I always try and have branded clothing on, at least. So I do wear the button sometimes, but it's not the main thing. Because I don't go out that much.
Okay, when you have somebody responding to some clothing, I see you having a Herbalife branding or something, what would your response be?
I would start a conversation along the same lines, saying, trying to find out why they made the comment, why would they, are they interested, are they serious, are they curious, or would they like to find out more, take the number, make an appointment, because it's not always easy to do it right there and then, and try and get, them for an assessment at least, or sit down and at a coffee shop or something and talk about the business opportunities.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm throwing another person into the mix here, Aldre. When you have got a response on your car, for instance, I know that you've had a great response on your car branding. So let's just give people a little bit of a different angle. Not always just a button, but I know that you've had great response from the branding on your car. Do you want to share with the people that what you did when somebody responded to the branding on your car?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, so, yeah, if they ask me, about the 6-day trial, I say, well, exactly what did you have for breakfast? And then
we start. Share with everybody, what is the branding on your car say?
I've got try my 6-day what's it now? Try my 6-day weight loss. My 6-day weight loss trial. That's what
or Eat Clean Challenge.
Weight loss trial. And then they ask what it's all about. Well, I say, well, it all starts with breakfast, and I'd start the discussion, but I keep it very short. Of what did you have for breakfast, and whatever they respond to, then I say, well, our company's got what we call the ideal breakfast, and you can try it out for 6 days. If you want more information, give me your number, and I'll send you some information. So I also try and keep it as short as possible, so I get them numbers. I very seldom give a business card, because I know, if you give a business card, it's almost like, that person's not going to contact you. So really, I try and push to get their number, and I start a conversation on WhatsApp from that side, giving them a bit more information. That slide that Asim has given us, where basically it starts with what did you have for breakfast, and the effects of other than skipping breakfast or having just simple carbs for breakfast, and the side effects of that, then I basically asked with the second slide is, so which of these symptoms can you identify with?
So these slides that you're talking about, sorry, I don't have them visible now, but are they on your phone, so you're actually showing it to the person, or are you just talking? The person is actually, you driving, or did they stop you do you have sometimes people calling you whilst driving, or when you are parked and they come to you, or what's the scenario? Yeah.
The other day, a guy stopped me. He was next to me at the robot. So in that instance, I gave him my card because there wasn't enough time to talk. But most of the time, there's no time to actually have a decent conversation with the person. So whether it's, for example, in a parking area, and then basically they wanted more information. I said, well, it all starts with breakfast, and our company's got this amazing ideal breakfast concept. And if you like to know more, just give me your number and I'll send you some more information. Okay. And then so I get the number. As I say, I'm very loath to giving them a business card, because I know that's basically most cases in most cases they're not going to contact you. Okay, so
won't damage to just give them a flyer or a card so they have your number, but you have to get their number. That is the key.
Exactly. Yeah, key. So I will give them the card, but in most 99% of the time I'll get their number. So I can start that conversation with them on WhatsApp with that slide. So I keep the conversation very short when I meet them.
Yeah, okay.
And then I start with the WhatsApp conversation. There you can have some more time, obviously, to spend with them, but also using those slides. So try really not to talk too, as you say, not too much detail when you meet with them.
Okay, fabulous. Okay, well done, guys. Thank you so much for your input. So just a couple that I think is important to remember when you talk to people is, number one, to listen what they say and, what their needs are. Because often, I think it's important for us to listen more than to. So number one, listen to what they say, and the feelings and emotions that come with it. And often it's an emotional detachment, especially when it comes to weight loss. I find that a lot, maybe males and females, a lot of confidence that goes along, or a lack of confidence that goes along with carrying too much weight. And then bringing it always back to your own story. And that is why it's so important for you to make sure that you always have a current story. So sometimes you all fall a little bit off the bus, and we can get back onto a 12-pack or 3-day 12-pack and get a fresh story. So it always starts with you and your own personal confidence on the products and your initial story. I lost 8 kilos in the first 8 weeks, 15 centimeters around my hips alone, and I've never put all that weight back on again. Maybe I'm fluctuating with 1 or 2 kilos, but I've never been back to that dieter, being trapped into a diet thinking. And so this is the freedom for me, is that I'm in control of my weight as well as my health, and feeling amazing, having loads of energy. So your own story is always important. Make sure that you've got your story on your phone. When you're talking to somebody, make sure that you go and store on your phone a little basic response that you will have when you're actually talking to people. Nowadays, everybody's on cell phones. So make sure that you have a little short presentation that you can use as you're talking to the person. This is my story. This is why it will work for you. I mean, Mark Hughes really kept it very, very simple. And he said, this is my story on the products. All you need to do is get onto our amazing products. You'll change your breakfast. You'll feel amazing. You'll have fantastic energy. And if you need to lose weight, you can go back on to replace 2 meals a day and just have fantastic nutrition. Really feel great and look fabulous. And just that confidence in yourself and in the results that you know that the products really work. And the Herbalife works 100% of the time. It's just whether are you working. So try not to convince them, and just share other stories that's similar to their result. That again will say, oh my goodness, okay, what have I got to lose? But a couple of kilos. It's more about health than weight. And I think that is really great that you can bring in from the last couple of slides from the last talk we had at the LDW. So I will also combine something simple and easy that I'll share on the groups with you guys. Just button response, your story. So you'll add in your own story, 1 or 2 slides maybe that you guys want to use in that short conversation, because sometimes you only have 1 or 2 minutes. But it's about, from there, setting up the appointment that is the important thing to do. Okay, so
sorry, Elsa.
Yes.
Sorry, no, I agree with you. That, well, obviously, I do bring my story in there as well. And I actually got a couple of other people's photos as well. And I said, well, this is just, my results by using the products, changing my breakfast. And that's because, as everybody knows, the breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but we really don't give it the attention that it needs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely part of the discussion.
Yeah, no, but the big thing is they need to believe that the products work. And the best way to make them believe the products works is your own result. So that will always start with that. So thank you, Audrey, and you've got such an amazing result. So if everybody has got a brand new story of yourselves, do a nice fresh before and after. Let's share it on the groups and give each other, just a little bit of fresh stories to share. So let's make this a bit of homework for everybody so that we can, get excited and make it easier to go out there, put our buttons on and get good responses and create more business. So is, a month with sometimes a lot of holidays in it, but it's up to us whether we are out there using and wearing and talking to people, and your success is only limited to your own imagination and your hard work. And remember, when people are on holiday, or long weekends, they are with family members that they normally don't see, and so there's lots more opportunities around this time than that it's necessarily a time that you can't do business. So it's all in how you look at it. What can happen within your business in this time, and also obviously on all these holidays, it gives you another chance to do a shake party, another chance to get out there and talk to people, and so that you can be out there having maybe a nice breakfast, but you can strike a conversation about the business or the products with people, wearing your button, and be out there doing more business. So I'm very, very excited about our team training day that's going to be on the 26th of May. So please, I want to ask everybody to really start promoting this day. And it does say the road to Paris, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be going to Paris. Obviously we are promoting people to go to Paris. That would be the absolute best. But all I just want to say is, if you're not going to Paris, doesn't mean that you don't want to attend this day. It's all about our team spirit. All new members are welcome. We've got a fantastic setup of the day. And a lot of you remember our first Paris One meeting that created such a camaraderie and such a nice spirit in the team. So I really want to encourage you to attend this day. It's now at the Durbanville Protea Hotel right here on our doorstep. It's not so far away. We're going to do the dress up again. We're having special seating for 2,500 people that do 2,500 in April. Special seating for everybody that achieves 5,000 and 7,500 champagne toast. But it's really for everybody. We're going to have a breakout room, and just do how can I say, team spirit, working together. How can we build a business better together? And so I'm very, very excited about this day. So I want to encourage all of you to join us on that day. And it's going to be very special. We're going to have a lunch competition, shake, break. The teams are going to be competing. It's going to be a shake challenge. All the tables are going to make shakes for each other. And so it's going to be really fun. So I'm very, very much looking forward to this. So I really hope that you will promote this like crazy and really work on this one. And then this is a promotion from us and our upline, Max and Ronald Stossel. A lot of you met them around the LDW. They want to pay you some money to go to Paris. And if you are serious and you want to qualify for this, it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. It will definitely get you, you'll set up your business for next year in a big way. So a lot of us have already bought our tickets. We're on our way to Paris, super exciting. And then this is one that I really want to spend a little bit of time with. Unfortunately, my time is almost running out. But this qualification is 500 ppv by 3. And don't drop the ball in April, guys. I know that some of you are working with your team, you're working yourself, but 500 ppv is really 5 to 7 customers. And you want to make sure that you are in the game and that your team is in the game. There's a lot of you that's going for the 2.5 to the active or the leaders training. Some of you are coming with us to the party. And you know, this guy is going to be so inspirational. He built his press team business within 5 years through shake parties and weight loss challenges. It's something that we're all relating to in such a big way. So please don't miss out. This is going to be an amazing event. Let's qualify for the party. Let's come with us. This is Karina and Amari and Habi and Virgil. We at the table there with our amazing special guest, Quentin Revoir, and it was so special. So you know, set goal out there for you. It's 2.5 with 2 babies that do 500. Guys, it's never been this easy. So it's all about a mindset. Go for it. Come with us to a beautiful dress-up party again at the end of July. And again, for those of you that's going to Paris, you know, Herbalife, there's no party like a Herbalife party. So this is going to be 18,000. So it really it blends with our promotion to help you to get some money to go there. If you go for the party, you're going to get our money anyways, you know, so it's 18,000, it's 4,500 points over 4 months. And I'm definitely going to go for it because I'm not going to miss out. So I hope you guys are going to join me on this. And then obviously all of this, it's all together. If you're working for the one, you will also qualify for the next one. Don't leave the money on the table. The amazing vacation in 2019 is let's work together and go on holiday together. So again, find out what is your ikigai, find out what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you get paid for. And get clear about your goals, what you want out of the business. And let's work hard together and make April an amazing, amazing month. Thank you so much for everybody that's taken the time out to join us tonight. Great news. Next week, Monday night, our special guest on the call is going to be President's Team, Sean Lewis. And he's going to be talking next week on call 2 about the marketing plan, seeing the bigger picture, working your business right up to President's Team. And so he's agreed to be our special guest next week on the Monday night call. So please don't miss out, and let's really, really promote. This call can take 100 people. Can we fill our call and just have a whole lot of people on the call? So I will send the flyer out very, very early that we're going to have Sean on as the special guest next week. And let's make it happen. Let's have an amazing, amazing week and close off April, and then be like big numbers on our call next Monday evening with our Zoom call. So thank you very much to everybody. Let's make it the world happier and healthier. And I thank you again for all your love and support through this month. That was a bit of a challenge for me. Thank you for Ace that stood in and did the calls, and Magda that did the PBS and so on. I really appreciate everybody's love and all your special messages when I went through a challenging time. And this is why I love Herbalife. You know, it really is a wonderful business. We have friends, and we're working together, and we stand together. And have a fabulous week. Thank you so much. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye. You can open up and say bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Yella. Love you lots. Bye.